24th of January, an exciting day. I've just had my annual delivery of compost. Got 2 cubic metres of it here, came on the back of a lorry, and they've dropped it right where I want it. I can spread it all around my garden, and I can also get my trailer in and take it up to the allotment. So plenty of work to do. I'll be spreading this on top of all my no-dig beds and mulching the fruit trees and the fruit bushes with it. Watch this space. I've got an assortment of beds, and this is the first one. I've prepared this one already. Got rid of all the little weeds and things like that. So that's ready to go. I just spread the compost on top. It's a no-dig bed, as are all of these. So they'll all get their dressing. And about an inch of compost will go on there. And the greenhouse, the no-dig greenhouse, again, that'll get 2 or 3 inches of compost, because everything in a greenhouse is a heavy feeder. So there's a bit of work for me. Interesting thing to see, in the 24 hours since this load was dropped, it's already developed a fungal bloom, a mycelial bloom, on the surface of the compost. It shows how live it is. There's no other way to describe it. There you go, you can see the heat coming out of it as well. These industrial composts, they're produced very quickly at a very high temperature. In fact, it's still fermenting. Kills all the weed seeds. I do make my own compost. I tend to mainly use it for potting mixtures and for my fruit trees and so on. But really, this is £120 delivered to my door. And there's an awful lot of it. So it's not worth doing anything else, really. Lovely fireable stuff too. It's worth, if you haven't already got one, getting hold of one of these sometime if you've got a lot of stuff like this to shift. It's a grain shovel. It's quite a fine bladed shovel. It's not particularly heavy, but it's got this lovely wide blade and size that you can pick up large quantities of grain. But it works great for things like compost, snow, anything like that that's lightweight but needs to be shifted in bulk. There we go. Just spread it around, depth of about 1 inch. Compost will suppress weeds, nourish the soil. They say the worms come up once they've had their feed of compost, up and down, dragging the compost under the soil, and give it a bit of a, I once used the word forking, but an aeration. And compared with when I used to have to dig this stuff, by God, it's a lot easier. Saves my back as well. I wasn't an easy convert to no dig. I can and still could grow vegetables perfectly successfully by digging them. But unfortunately my back and my doctor had other ideas. So nothing else for it. It does work. No dig. Just have to resist the temptation to give things a forking over now and again. The soil structure down there is good. I mean, it hasn't been dug in 5 years, but if I were to just quickly look at it, get my fork in, it goes in very easily. I won't completely restore, but see the way it's just breaking up there? That's a fine structure underneath. Very easy for plant roots to penetrate. There's no problems at all with that. Anyway, we don't do that sort of thing anymore. we go. This bed was dug originally. I double dug it for several years before I had the back trouble. So I had a good start in life. It's interesting because the structure of the other no-dig beds, I've got some beds over here that I'm doing in a bit, that are proper no-dig. In fact, let's have a look at them. If I go over to this no-dig bed here, which I created a couple of years ago, and this one was authentic no-dig. It was on a hard-packed, quite unconsolidated lawn. I laid down cardboard, 2-3 inches of compost on top, and planted straight in it. And it's worked fine, no-dig works. But if I stick my fork into it and just do what I did in the other bed, just to try and lift it a little bit, you probably see I can't get my fork in very well. And see the fork's bending there. It's solid. It's not broken up below the ground like the bed that had been dug 5 years ago. It has. Quite solid. But things seem to grow in here. I've got no problem at all with the produce. I suspect the roots go sideways rather than down. In fact, I know they do, because I grew potatoes in here last year and they kept trying to push themselves up out of the ground. I kept having to re-earth them up because they couldn't go down. They wanted to come up. But that's the only criticism I've got of the system. Apart from that, it works great. When you're dressing a bed like this one that has established plants in, I've got my winter broccoli and some chard, which I've kept through the winter. You really don't want to be burying the stems with the plants because it's quite wet at this time of year. You really don't want to be turning it soggy around the base of the plant. So I tend to sort of make a little circle around the established plants. When these come out, you can always pull the compost in to cover the space. You know. But there we go. Obviously with the bigger stuff you don't have to be quite so careful. And things like fruit bushes, you can pretty much bury the stems, but just be a little bit careful with these ones that, you know, they've got this far, so you don't want them to suddenly start rotting around the base. Okay, so the job's all finished. Let's have a look around. So this is the bed I started with. It's nicely layered up. Just moving over here. This one's done. Greenhouse beds, all nicely topped off. Same in the little greenhouse here. This one, I don't have any made beds in there. It's literally just no dig from the ground up, like a little no dig bed, but in a greenhouse. There's a wood chip path up the middle, which I've refreshed, compost around the edge. Works great. Some other little beds. And these ones. I need to get some more wood chip. I ran out, so I've got to do these paths. Pop down the front here. Here we go. So the compost has gone on my blackcurrant there. These two front garden beds. This one's got raspberries in, nice deep dressing there. Hello chickens. They were watching me. They maybe thought I was shoveling food out or something. Anyway. This bed here needs a little rebuild, but I'll put some dressing on it anyway in the meantime. Got an apple tree in it, that one. And I've done these apples here as well, nice deep dressing. I'll add some homemade compost to these as well, because the more goodness on those, the better. Anyway, get good crop off those with that. And that's the job done. So that's all the digging I have to do. No dig is wonderful.